On the road to Great Sand Dunes National Park in southern Colorado, you can't help but be amazed by the Sangre de Cristo mountain range that climb thousands of feet above the San Luis Valley. It is these very mountains that helped form the Great Sand Dunes, as the winds sweep across the valley and deposit the sand at the foot of the mountains. These are the tallest sand dunes in North America, peaking at over 700 feet, and we were going to attempt to climb one. Join us on this adventure, and be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button.
As you may have guessed, we are in the Great Sand Dunes National Park here in Colorado. And it is very, very windy out here. But that is what creates these sand dunes. As all the sand blows through the air, and Catfish and I actually drove through a dust storm earlier, a sandstorm to be more specific, and it gets caught by the mountains back here, and the sand grains all swirl around and create the tallest sand dunes in North America. So we're watching this cloud to our left because there's rain in the distance, and we don't want to be caught on the sand dunes when the storm hits.
I feel like I'm going faster walking backwards.
You might be. Yeah, we're fighting both the wind and of course sinking in the sand. Makes hiking it tough, huh?
Yeah.
Catfish and I have certainly climbed sand dunes up at the Indiana Dunes National Park. Those are usually between 100 and 200 feet high. We are trying to climb High Dune today. It is just shy of 700 feet.
While attempting to hike up High Dune, we contemplated what it must have been like for the first peoples here. Stone Age hunter-gatherers once roamed this area, hunting mammoth herds and prehistoric bison. In more recent times, several Native American tribes came through, including the Ute, Apache, and Navajo. The first non-natives to enter the region were Spanish explorers in the late 1500s, and the first American to explore these dunes was U.S. Army Lieutenant Pike in 1807.
I may have slightly underestimated the effort required to climb a great sand dune. But we've made it this far, huh, Catfish?
Yes, we have.
Well, we're now caught up here about 3/4 of the way up with some intense wind and rain starting. Yay us! That's how far we've made it. You can see a lot of black specks down here. That's humans. You can see that cloud above the mountain. It should be blowing away from us. We are on the final ridge before the top. Now it looks like it's probably about the steepest section yet to get all the way up there. This is where we are so far. Finally got views of the rest of the dunes out that way. This might be the hardest thing we've ever tried to do.
While neither rain nor wind scared us. We didn't think about the effects of being sandblasted by the tiny grains of sand in this strong wind. That was ultimately our undoing.
Now that we're on our way down, the wind has calmed down, blue skies and sun are coming out. Yeah, something was telling us we do not need to go up there. And so, what can I say? Great Sand Dunes 1, Sloan's 0. So you never know when weather can move in the mountains. Of course, this isn't mountains, but there are mountains right there. And of course, you go far enough west, there's plenty of more mountains, and they create their own weather. And we just happened to be heading up during the half hour when it hit us. And the storm wasn't even over us. It was to the south and east, but the wind was enough to pick up the sand and pelt us. I mean, that wind had to have been 70 miles an hour at least. So we feel like we've proven ourselves enough as is. Right up there, about where we made it to when we had to turn back. Well, there's our little adventure here at Great Sand Dunes National Park. Catfish, what are your thoughts on our little escapade today?
The dunes were neat, but I do think we should have went earlier today.
Yeah, they tell everybody that, you know, mornings are the best time. They usually say that because of the heat, though. And the weather looked good when we got here. And the only storms we could see were over the mountains, not over the dunes. But it still affected our weather, as you've seen. So we arrived here at probably, I don't know, 2 p.m. maybe in the afternoon. Which, of course, in the summer in Colorado is probably the worst time to try to do anything. But you know what? It was an experience, and it was something else, wasn't it, buddy?
Yeah.
The dunes are pretty darn amazing, I'll tell you what. So, but you know what? We have so many more adventures to do. So, till next time,
Peace out.
Well, I think Catfish and I have seen enough sand to last a lifetime after that little adventure there at Great Sand Dunes, huh, Catfish?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, I think I'll be cleaning sand out of every crack and orifice of my body for the next week or so. Yeah.